that time now for better pets. Woof, woof.
Today we're talking about Halloween and your pets. But first we want to discuss arthritis in our animals and how you can actually help get your pet around more comfortably. You might even realize there's some solutions.
I've seen some of these solutions. They're wonderful. Dr. Dennis is our better vet, and we want to welcome you back to the show. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you as well.
I've seen some of the carriers and some of the wheels that now, people have these dogs that have arthritic back legs, especially the larger breeds.
Exactly. Especially like German Shepherds, the Newfoundlands, they tend to have a real problem. Okay. And sometimes I've heard people say, this is cruel. Why put them in a sort of a sling or something of those sorts? But because they have 4 legs, and our producer Tracy said something very wise, I thought. She's in people, they use walkers.
Of course.
You know, so they really do quite well.
Well, that's what I say. I always say, if the quality of life is still there with the dog is eating, the dog is happy, the dog is playful, they just can't move, let's get them some help.
They can't move, and sometimes you want to also control the pain, too. So that's the thing. There's arthritis, which can be painful, and if they don't have to put too much force on those rear legs, that's wonderful. But there's also a condition called degenerative myelopathy, which is not painful. Sometimes you see dogs drag their rear legs, but it's not painful. So if we can get them to move around a little bit with those carts are ideal. And then the other thing is they have a sling, too.
We've got another picture to show, but another thing. Is that the sling? What do you do with that?
That's the sling. I like that when you have a dog, again, this dog is showing some other neurological conditions, but to get them down the steps, let them go to the bathroom without falling. You're holding that, yeah. But and a lot of times they're slipping in the kitchen, but once you get them outside to the grass, they do very, very well. They, have a good footing.
And it's not too heavy for you? It's just a little,
because the front legs are still working quite well. Right. We all know dogs get along well with 3 legs and cats, so we're just giving them a little bit of help.
That's how I get my mother up and down the stairs.
But I just wanted to let people know it's quality of life. That's what we try to do here, is improve our quality of life. Right.
All right, so now we're going to move on to Halloween, because we want to just, people you think know this, but just in case they don't, trick-or-treat candies are not for pets, not any kind of pet.
Right, and then the thing
not
is...
hamster, not anything.
No, and sometimes people can question the human as well, but this is what we do. We give out candy, and it's around, and that's what, it's very accessible, and so we have lots of problems. We've talked about chocolate being not good on any level, but we also, I think I brought some chocolate here to try to give you a little quiz. If you remember, we've talked about chocolate before. Do you remember which is the worst chocolate? In terms of, well, xylitol is the sweetener. That's the Baker's chocolate. It's definitely the most dangerous, but again, when we look at that, and then next to it we have some dark chocolate here. Now, I ate a little bit of that, so that's why
that's not package is half empty. What's going on?
Hershey's, and it's mostly sugar, so that's not pure.
Right, it's not pure, but it's still more dangerous. Now, then you have an M&M's with peanuts. Now, no, I don't want to impress that we use any nuts, but yet there's less chocolate in something like that. And white chocolate is the least. Now, the one in your hand now, Scott, that has toffee and chocolate and nuts. Now, if that were macadamia, you can have that. If there were macadamia nuts in that, that would be awfully dangerous. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups has peanut butter. How many people give peanut butter to their dogs? So,
is this special
that's the thing.
That's
people
dark
say,
as well. Yeah.
People will say, my dog loves peanut butter, my dog loves chocolate. Are you saying no dog ever should get either one of those things ever?
No, peanut butter is okay. A little bit of peanut butter. I'm saying no chocolate whatsoever.
People will say, my dog loves chocolate, he doesn't have any problem with it.
Well, they may not have any problems, so, but what happens is the next time your child gives just one little square of Baker's chocolate, and that could kill a 20-pound dog. So just stay away from it. That's my advice. And the other thing is that they tend to eat the wrappers when it's out, so just keep it out of the way if we can, all right? Xylitol, you were mentioning, sugarless gum, also it will really hurt their liver. So we want to stay, and then of course we talked about the wrappers, because sometimes those can bunch up and get stuck into their intestines. So
as you know, I have indoor and outdoor cats. They are now officially indoor until after Halloween, because I just refuse to let them out. I don't want my cats outside, especially if you own a black cat. Please do not let them outside during Halloween.
Right, and especially we have a long weekend, like we talked about the festivities, so please keep them indoors. It has been documented that cats will be abused. People think it's funny, and people are absolutely black cats are really in danger. So keep them indoors.
You keep them indoors.
And then your dogs, too. I mean, people are walking around with costumes early on, too. It's not just Monday. Yeah. And they get very, very frightened, and they're uneasy. Yeah,
and then what about when people are coming to your door? A lot of things, oh, your dog's so friendly. You probably shouldn't be leaving them at the door.
No, please put them in a safe place. Put them in a bedroom, place that they're comfortable with some food and water, because you're always afraid when that door opens they can get out. Plus, those costumes are very scary. This is not the norm. It's bad enough that the doorbell is ringing every 2 minutes, but just they are much, much happier. I know someone said, well, I don't think I'm going to trick-or-treat this year because my dog, I don't want my dog to be frightened. We'll put him in a quiet room. It's fine. Put them in a little cage.
I like to think of July 4th and Halloween as the same thing.
Yes.
Keep them in sequestered.
Right.
Keep them in a nice quiet place and do the best you can. All right, what about plants, pumpkins and corn and all that stuff? They can get into that?
Yes, they can, and we have the festive. This is just decorating the dachshund. It's cute. It's adorable. But that corn, they'll take chunks of corn in that, and those little pieces will get blocked in their intestine. Is there a
kernel of truth to this?
Absolutely.
Oh,
one of these days, I'm going to really get it.
You're going to get
it may take me years, but I'll get there.
But until then, keep going.
Also, the pumpkins, you put candles inside of them. There's all that. We have to be careful of the lit pumpkins, the electrical cords.
We talked about them chewing on. I prefer no candles. I would prefer those little battery-operated, so they give you that little flickering. And we also talked about, too, is that, those glow sticks. I don't know if you let your children have that, but cats really love those little glow sticks and glow jewelry that they wear.
And that can kill them, right?
That can be very irritating to their mouths and burn their mouths.
I'm not putting my cat in a costume. Do people love to dress up their dogs?
Yeah, we talked about that. And Karen asked it.
I thought there was no way. My kids really want to dress up the cat.
No.
There's no way they're going to let me do that.
Most cats do not enjoy it. And I think you can test it out. If you really want to buy a costume, I'm not going to tell you no, but does that cat look happy in any way? No. So I think it's a personal choice. I don't dress up my dog and cat, but think about it and do it beforehand. Don't tie them up and then have them scratch themselves to pieces.
As a reminder, Dr. Dennis is the owner of the Bloomfield Animal Hospital on Old Windsor Road in Bloomfield, and on alternating Sunday afternoons. What does she do, Karen?
Saturday afternoons.
Saturday. So pardon me, Saturday afternoons. 2 to 3.
She'll be taking your questions, so you can call, ask her about your costumes, ask her about your traditions, whatever you want. WTIC 1080 radio. So tune in if you can.
Thank you, Doc.
You're so welcome.
Can I have the rest of the chocolate bar?
You can have it all except the baker's chocolate.
Okay.
Not letting me have it.
All right. Who says you